What's up, Rangers fans? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a great start to your day, and I hope this video makes your day a little bit better. We have a huge topic of discussion here today regarding, yes, K'Andre Miller, the coveted prospect for the New York Rangers. A lot to break down with him and his future, but it looks like that things are only going upwards for him and really being with the Rangers in the lineup for the 2021 season. So much to break down with him. I'm so excited to get into this video. And as we all know, the season is starting up just this Thursday against the New York Islanders. What a fitting way to start things off, right, against the biggest rival there is. So that's what I'll be doing. Of course, on Thursday I'll be doing a live stream breaking down some play-by-play reaction, but really just breaking down, interacting with you Ranger fans in the comments throughout the game, and we can just share a reaction as everything goes between the goals, the highs and the lows, and everything in between. So I hope to see you guys there. I'll be live streaming that entire game and giving you my coverage. But guys, what a huge topic this is today. So obviously make sure you stay all the way until the end of the video, find all the details and all my thoughts on the latest news with K'Andre Miller and with the Rangers lineup going forward. And if you guys end up enjoying this kind of Rangers content, want to see more great Ranger content like this, you know what to do by now. Smash that like and subscribe button, share this video with your friends, put on that notification bell, and it would really mean a lot, guys. Help us get to 3,000 subscribers. We are literally so close, so hopefully we can get there after this video. That would really be fitting going into the 2021 season. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, before we go any further with Miller, I want to give a quick shout out to Captain Callie. That is why he is on the wall behind me, because Callie has signed a deal to be one of the analysts, one of the commentators for NBC Sports, and huge hats off to him. I've always been a huge fan of Callie's. He's one of the first players I really fell in love with as a Rangers fan. Unfortunately, a couple years after watching him as a captain for the Rangers, he ends up being traded, even though I love Martin St. Louis, don't get me wrong, but Callie has always had a soft spot in my heart, and between everything that has happened with him, with his back injuries and everything spiraling down in his career, it is great to see him gain this type of gig, and also seeing Mike Milbury being kicked out of NBC Sports finally. Not to get on a tangent there, but I think we can almost all agree no one is really a huge fan of Mike Milbury, to say the least. But really happy to see Callie, very proud of him, and I wish him nothing but the best in NBC Sports. And also I want to show you guys this shirt that I got back on Christmas. I was waiting to show you guys of, yes, Lafreniere. Finally, I got some stuff more than just newspapers on the wall behind me. I cannot wait to wear this thing. I would have worn it today's video, but I was like, I want to wear the shirt instead. And I do have a Lafreniere jersey on the way. Should be here hopefully in February. It's taking forever. My girlfriend ordered it for me back in, I believe, November, and it's finally going to be on its way over the next month or so. So shout out to my girl Nina. Thank you. But seriously, I'm so excited to get into this video because let's take a look at K'Andre Miller. We all know the story with him by now, but a quick rundown. The 20-year-old left-handed defenseman had a towering, and I mean towering, 6'5", 210 pounds, totaled 40 points in just 62 games during his 2-year stint. Really not even fully 2-year stint with the Wisconsin Badgers, or full, I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it was full actually. A disappointing year in the second year, but regardless has looked solid during his college days for a guy that hasn't even been playing defense when it comes to his actual position for more than 5 or 6 years. When he was drafted, he was only 3 or 4 years removed back when he was a first-round draft pick in 2018 by the Rangers from being originally a winger. I believe he was a right winger or a left winger. Regardless, he was transitioned then when he was with the U.S. National Development Team, further going into being a defenseman. And he has utilized his skills both from the offensive standpoint into the zone, and has been a phenomenal two-way moving defenseman for now the New York Rangers. And I say now the New York Rangers because, yes, K'Andre Miller, the guy who went from spending this entire offseason with, oh, I don't know, Alexis Lafreniere, right? They've been roommating together through this offseason, practicing with each other. I've been seeing the clips of them really hanging out, building that relationship, which is amazing. I could not have asked for something better. If there's any way for Miller to get his game better, it's with working with a young stud in Alexis Lafreniere, and same thing vice versa, to get more familiarity, get more comfortability, and really help hone in on his defensive game as well. Look no further than K'Andre Miller. They look like the great duo. I saw the photo of them. I'll probably pull it up here of them on Christmas. That was awesome. But these guys look like that they are gelling well greatly. Part of the young movement, I should say, with the Rangers going forward, with Lafreniere leading the way, Capo Caco, and everyone else in between. But Miller comes into camp, a guy who I did not expect the Rangers really for him to crack the roster. I said there was a slight possibility because things were looking good for him, trending upward, but there was a lot of belief that Tarmo Ronanen, the other Rangers prospect who was coming from Finland, who was on loan but was ready to hit the NHL, was going to very well be pushing for a spot in that bottom pair left-handed defense over a guy like Miller, because he's been playing against men also in Europe. It seemed like he was the more ideal pick, but no, that does not look like the case, because the Rangers, David Quinn today has announced that the B team that has been practicing is most likely going to be the lineup, the roster for the Rangers going forward. And among those is K'Andre Miller, who has most recently been playing along, yes, Jacob Trouba. So we may very well, and get ready for this, guys, see K'Andre Miller as the top pairing defenseman alongside Trouba to start off the season. Like, are you joking? I did not expect this to happen, because as we know, the Rangers are cap strapped. So with guys like Miller, after they pass 10 or 12 games, and it might be shortened now, that's a 56 game season, but once he hits a certain amount of games, he gets his certain bonus for the year, which is a decent bonus as well. So I was not expecting the Rangers for Miller to bring him in for that aspect, but he has been lights out, truly looking impressive like no other in this camp. And if you look at this tweet right here from Molly Walker earlier today, covers the Rangers and the Islanders as well, but from David Quinn, really quoting Miller as a praying mantis here. From a defending standpoint, he's like a praying mantis with that stick and his arms and his legs. He's tough to get around. You think you have him beat, and you think you have him beat. There he is with the stick. He's just an awful lot. There's just an awful lot to like about his game. I think that's awesome. So awesome, especially to a praying mantis. Makes me think of when the former GM for the Minnesota Wild compared signing Zuccarello to him like a lizard, which was a different story. Now he's been fired, as we know. But regardless, I love this for the Rangers. I'm so excited to see K'Andre Miller in this lineup. I cannot begin to tell you. You guys can probably tell by now my face is getting red just talking about him, because Miller is a stud. This is a guy that, while he hasn't been necessarily lights out during his time with the Wisconsin Badgers, with that loaded team with the Cole Caulfields of the world and the Alex Turcotts and the Dylan Holloways and the etc. Besides that, he has still looked very strong and has done really well during his development, and really had this edge going into camp now, and it's evident that he's not just going to be making this roster, but is going to be making quite the impact, which I find very interesting, because originally the reports were that Tony DeAngelo would be on the left side, which is the side he normally played with during juniors, along with Trouba to start off the season. That doesn't look like that's happening right now. It looks like that bond pair may very well be Tony on the right and Johnson on the left, which makes sense, because on the right still, you're going to have these guys pretty balanced out in regards to playing time, and especially in special teams with guys like Tony that's still going to get plenty of power play time on other things. But to see K'Andre not just come in there and be somewhat impressive, but have an impact enough where, yeah, I'm going to be a top 4 defenseman now, it doesn't get much better than that. And then if you look at the other left-hand defenseman that's going to be a top 4 defenseman, it's Ryan Lindgren. These young studs are stepping up tremendously, and K'Andre Miller is going to make an impact truly like no other, if you ask me. I really hope that he earns his keep going right into the season. I'm assuming that he's going to be in the lineup. It looks like he will from all the latest reports, but what an exciting time it is to be a Rangers fan, by the way. I would have never expected K'Andre Miller to have this type of impact this early, but I am all here for it. There was a sliver hope, a chance, if you will, but now it is coming to fruition, and K'Andre is here to stay, baby. So Rangers fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Miller cracking this roster, and what are your expectations for him to have during this upcoming 2021 season that starts up, yes, this Thursday against the Islanders, and I will be live streaming. I hope to see you guys there, because I'm either going to be really happy or really depressed by the end of that live stream. But regardless, I want to share my deep emotions with all you lovely Ranger fans. So again, I'm really looking forward to it, guys. And I have a huge segment starting up on the channel. It's either going to be starting up either tomorrow or the following day on Wednesday, right on the eve of the opening night for the Rangers, with, yes, Statboy Steven. You guys know him by now. I've been covering multiple things with him. You guys always seem to love when I have conversations with my man Steven, and we have a segment together. We came to agreement. He will be on the channel weekly, every single week. We're going to have our own segment. I'm going to come up with a name soon and maybe a logo, and we're going to be breaking down what has happened with the Rangers each and every week. So a summary. So you're going to see after a week of games, for say, whether the Rangers play 2, 3, 4 games, whatever, at the end of the week, at some point, either a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, right around that area, we're going to be doing a weekly segment like the podcast that we kind of do on the channel already, breaking down the Rangers in all aspects, but we're going to be honing in on how the games went throughout the week, our thoughts on what players are doing well, what are not doing well, any moves that possibly happen either via trade or whatever it's going to be, everything in between. We will be summarizing a breakdown of the really rounding up the Rangers throughout the week. So I hope to see you guys there for that. I'm so excited for that. I cannot begin to tell you how much I am actually looking forward to doing something like that with Steven. And I think it's really going to help take this channel to the next step, covering the Rangers most importantly. So again, thank you all so much for the continued support. Help us get to 3,000 subscribers by hitting that like and subscribe button, sharing this video with your friends, putting on that notification bell, all those great things. And just simply thank you all again for the countless support. I did not expect to get this much, especially over the past couple days since kind of transitioning my channel in more of a one-team direction, but it's been nothing short of fantastic. So seriously, thank you again, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below, and let's go Rangers.